The Sameko Saba situation is disgusting. Actually, let me back up so our employed viewers can be on the same page that everybody else is on. This is Gura. She's a Japanese shark VTuber who took the world by storm and got so popular she even sang in a Dodgers game. But that's not who we're talking about today. Today, I want to talk about the yet-to-be-named voice behind the character and the new character they made, Sameko Saba. Now, you may be asking, Red, what's the difference between this character and the last one? And arguably, there's no difference. Visually, they look the exact same. It's just an aquatic child dressed up as a fish, right? But the restrictions on the character are what's really dangerous and what we really have to look at. See, the last character, Gura, she was tied to Hololive, a huge corporation, and that corporation's identity was strongly related to the character, so anything that the character did, the corporation was known for. Now, she's able to make her own decisions, and she's able to do whatever she wants. Why is this a problem, you might be asking? Well, let me show you this clip from her debut stream, and maybe we can figure it out together.
It opens! The dress! Meow! Tell me.
For real, bro? This really what we're doing? Hold up. Maybe I'm misinterpreting it. Let me show you this next clip and see if we can figure it out from this one.
Where are my notes? Did somebody call me a Vaporeon?
Cut the cameras. Because what do you mean, Vaporeon? As somebody who's been alive for an indistinct amount of time and been on the internet for a large portion of that time, I'm not going to sit here and explain to you what that means, but that's just crazy to say, especially with a VTuber of that model. Now, these two things alone aren't too crazy. I mean, the character's a fish, so the giant tail was obviously going to lead to a Vaporeon connection, right? And the bikini, I mean, like she said in the clip, she's meant to be aquatic. She has to be in the water, so it just makes sense to have a bikini. But that's not where the similarities end. This rabbit hole goes so much deeper, and I'm so glad that I get to be the one to expose it to you. The next person I want to talk about in this video is Omocat. If you guys didn't know, Sameko Saba's debut launched with a bunch of collectibles that you could buy on Omocat's website. But that's not what we're talking about today. Today, we want to look at Omocat's past, because Omocat tweeted one thing specifically that makes me very, very scared for the whole situation involving Sameko Saba. Back in 2012, when Omocat was 21, they tweeted, "I wish I was a Drifloon so I could steal children." That's just crazy. Like, that's just an outright insane thing to say. And if that was the only crazy tweet that Omocat had, I'd still be making this video. But sadly, it isn't. So let's look at the rest. In 2013, Omocat tweeted, "Hi, just to be clear, I love little boys. And no, it's not weird because I was a little girl not too long ago." Actually, Omocat, it is fucking weird. It's all weird. That's completely disgusting.
And then Omocat decides to explain and follow up by saying, "And no, I don't like all little boys. Just sometimes I think about my first crush from 3rd grade and get a little flustered."
If that's not enough evidence to prove to you that Omocat is weird and shouldn't be working with anybody on the internet, click off this video, because I don't want your money. With just those two things, I felt like I had enough evidence to make some sort of speculation, or at least tell the general public to look at this because it's kind of weird. But then, something else hit me. It was almost like a nagging suspicion, or like a constant feeling that I couldn't get rid of, that there was one more thing that I wasn't seeing. And then when I sat down to make this video, it showed itself to me. In the Japanese language, the word kodomo means child, right? And the word otoko means man. If you put the two together, you get otoko no ko, which means boy. The words woman and child follow a similar structure, coming together to create the word onna no ko, which means girl. So I ask you, viewer, why is it that with the Japanese word for shark being same, that they deliberately chose to make the name Sameko.
I'm not making any direct accusations in this video. I just think it's really weird that there's this many coincidences lined up next to each other, and I already don't believe in coincidences. The thing that I am making a direct accusation about, however, is the fact that there's no type of effort to try to stop the sexualization of the character by the fans. That Vaporeon comment is already as appalling as it gets. But the fact that the streamer brought it up on stream so that everybody was aware of it and made similar comparisons just shows that the streamer is encouraging the sexualization of the childlike character instead of shying away from it. At the end of the day, I think that VTuber models like those give safe spaces for people who are attracted to people who look like that. Sorry, not people who look like that. Minors. I think VTuber models like that give safe spaces for people who are attracted to minors. And I don't think that that should be allowed anywhere. So, at the end of the day, yeah, I guess I am making a formal accusation. That shouldn't be on the internet because it's giving a safe space to pedophiles. The end. And I'm not saying that everybody who watches that type of content is one, but I am saying that it's a lot easier to blend in when you have people around you that have similar interests and aren't one. Take that how you will. Thank you guys for staying to the end of the video. I'm gonna try to keep doing research about this situation because I'm very passionate about getting these type of people off of the internet and the planet. And I want to keep you guys updated. So yeah, come back when you want more information. I'm gonna try to have daily uploads about this situation and other internet situations so we can try to, stay informed. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Have a wonderful day.